What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Happy Friday. Today I would like to give you an update on my crypto portfolio because I found a new project that I would like to add to it. It's quite of a moonshot, but the moonshots are the ones that are making you a lot of money, right, in this market. So let's take a look at that. Someone requested me to leave the background music on in this video, so let me put it real soft. All right, so first of all, if you like the video and subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notification. Now I want to go over the markets real quick. Bitcoin is going down a little bit as we speak, and that's nothing too crazy, but what we discussed in yesterday's video is that it's not really that good for altcoins. Small wrap up, the S&P is finally having a small pullback right here, and we noticed that after such a almost new high, it's not really that weird, but whenever that happens, Bitcoin also pulls back, and that's what I was expecting as well. And the thing is that the S&P doesn't look like it's done pulling back. It doesn't mean it cannot do something like this, right, before we have to pull back. But eventually we will. And eventually Bitcoin will get dragged down with it. And whenever Bitcoin goes down, an extension, altcoins go down as well. And Bitcoin dominance is even going up right now. So yeah, altcoins are pretty much visiting Rack City once again. And this white line is basically the only support now that's left. It's quite strong support, I must say, but it's also quite the last support that we have right now. So I'm a little careful with altcoins at the moment, but that's good because then we can load up. And there's a new blockchain AI project. I have to say, it's extremely micro cap, okay? It's super micro cap. Where the fuck's my, here we go. It's extremely micro cap. So it's a big ass moonshot. But I would really like to add it because the deeper we go into the crypto bear market, the more risk on I would like to get. So for the people that have missed it, I'm not going to go over it. I would like to take a look at that project. But this is my list with projects that I have my eyes on. This is not the entire list, but it is a list with a lot of crypto gaming coins, some small caps like Sidus, Altora, NFT Champions, Nakamoto, but also Solana, CDFI NFT space, Cardano, but Compete, Matic, VRA. It's quite all over the place. Games for a Living is finally having a pullback, and that's definitely a project that I'm interested in, as that's the crypto gaming project with the best team out there by far. And I think this could be a real gem, but I want to see how it plays out with their upcoming token vesting first before I buy something. But most of those are quite low cap, mid cap, high cap, right? It's pretty much a safe portfolio that can give you a good 20-30x profit if you buy at the right time. But there are also projects that I would like to add to my portfolio that are newer, so high risk but way more high reward, and that I would like to add as well, right? So I'm putting less money into that, but you also don't need to put as much money into that because these are projects that can give you way more returns, right? So this is one that I'm looking at right now. This is on-chain AI. The future is on-chain, a powerful DPoS-based blockchain with integrated AI chatbot module, making it ready for mass adoption. And I really like the idea that they have and what they would like to build. Now, before I get into that, it is not on a centralized exchange or anything yet. You can buy it on Uniswap, and I'm gonna DCA into this coin for my portfolio as well. If you look at it came out and it did really well, right? And I am not a fan of buying green candles, but it is so new, you don't know how far that green candle is going. So if I put it on the hourly chart, you can see a very nice, slow but steady grind, and that's pretty cool because you saw the exact same thing with my own token with What Do You Mean. If you compare these price charts, we also came out of nowhere and we went all the way up, but it was a slow and steady grind. And this chart looks quite similar, I must say. Now I'm comparing a 1 hour chart to a daily chart. If you put our chart on the 1 hour, then you'll see pretty much something similar. This thing, however, has a total market cap of $600,000. Right, and If it had a $60 million market cap, I'll be like, well, still a freaking good idea. But is it maybe a little too late now? Not that those projects cannot grow any further, of course. But with 600K, then yeah, if it succeeds, then the sky is the limit, right? So let's take a little look at what they do actually and how you can stay up to date. So on-chain, I really like it. On-chain AI is a high-performance layer 1 network with an integrated AI chatbot module that will facilitate the development of all kinds of Web3 dApps from conception to deployment. In other words, on-chain AI unlocks the creative potential of every builder and entrepreneur with its integrated AI module, enabling anyone to build and deploy smart contracts on on-chain AI even without IT knowledge. That was the end of the sentence. So I quite like that their AI hype is quite explosive, right? And it's quite new, especially for crypto. AI in general is been out there for a while, but the mainstream just hit with ChatGPT basically. But crypto is really adopting it. But it's still early and it's still not, we don't have the project yet. But what I like so much about this project is that they help people build those projects. They make it a lot more easier, and that's the benefit about AI. Of course, you can basically automate things, right? And that makes the development of good projects in the future a lot more easy and a lot more realistic. Now, you can, of course, bet on all those projects and think like, well, this is a good AI project. This is a good AI But if you invest in the driver behind it, that's good. Like, I talk a lot about crypto gaming, right? You can bet on all different games that do well, but yeah, you can also bet on the layer 1 behind it, like IMX or AVAX or something like that, right? Then it's a lot more safe. And if it succeeds, then the chain succeeds automatically with it. Now, what's also, of course, important, it's a layer 1, so it has to be fast and it has to be cheap. It doesn't have to be a new Ethereum. I like Ethereum as it's the #1 and it's like the mainstream, but it's not the best chain, let's be honest. Now, on-chain AI is a powerful DPoS-based blockchain that is capable to handle more than 120,000 transactions per second, with an average blockchain block time of 3 seconds and gas fees below a tenth of a cent. And that's very scalable. Just to compare, Binance Smart Chain is not slow, right? Look at this. They have 2,200 transactions per second, and I want to upgrade it to 500. All right, just to compare, 5,000, sorry. So 5,000 compared to 120,000. I think Solana is like crazy fast as well, but I don't even think that comes close. And with Solana, as you press something and done, like Arbitrum as well, press done, right? This thing is going to be just at least as fast. Now, of course, decentralization, clean and AI-powered and dev-friendly. Build and deploy fungible tokens, NFTs, and all kind of smart contracts for your DApp without any knowledge on a smooth AI chatbot interface. Give your instructions. On-chain AI chatbot is doing it for you. All right, so it's yeah, this is what's going to be used, right? This idea, if like there will be more projects, or maybe there are already more projects that do something similar. If this is the one that everybody is going to use, or something else is going to be the one, or there are going to be this one and that one, I don't know, but this is what's going to be used. Why not? I mean, why spend days and months and years to do it all manually if it's all pre-programmed and you can just put in your ideas and it does it for you? So the features, based on various AI technology models, Wallet Connect integration, build and deploy your smart contracts without knowledge, ERC20, so tokens, NFTs, DApps, ready to use DApps code integrated to the database and deploy on-chain AI network. So what's pretty cool as well is if you feel like, okay, I'm a developer, my project is done, I want to have a DApp like a swap. Well, they probably already have a code for a swap integrated, so okay, they can just take it, mess around a little bit with it to make it their own, done, right? It's gonna be so much better. And yeah, I don't know, these are the kind of projects that I feel like, okay, you can take a part in my portfolio. So just as BNB or Ethereum, what is the token, the function, what's the use case, why you need the token? Well, it's the native token of the whole system, and it's a key part of the ecosystem that is used for value transfers, staking, and paying transaction fees. Like if you use BNB on the BNB chain, then BNB is getting burned or Ethereum is getting burned. Well, this is the exact same thing basically, right? So there's a lot you can find out already. They are now, I think, working on the testnet and the mainnet. Oh, it has it right here. When will the mainnet be launched? On-chain mainnet will be live in early Q4 2023. I like it, man. Why do I like it? Well, it's simply because the good projects are being born in the bear market, right? They don't, like in Q4 2023, you know, I'm a big believer of this whole 4-year cycle, right? So let's get back to 2019. That's somewhere around here, right? So that's still when crypto is in a bear market, right? We might be on our way down then or whatever. So these tokens are still cheap. And also, if projects start to build right here, they feel a rush of getting it out there so people can still ride the wave with their token, and then the projects are just less good because it's rushed into there, right? Now projects are building here and they feel like, man, we can take our time, we can make the best out of it and have everything ready before we are here, right? So I don't know if this is a coincidence or that they did that on purpose, but it is the best timing if you ask me. So yeah, it says right here where to buy. Well, initially issued on Ethereum, OCAI will be tradable on Uniswap. By the time their mainnet goes live, there will be DEXs made for the chain, etc. And they will go live on their own chain, of course. So then you can buy it right there. For now, you can just press buy right here. Takes you to Uniswap and you can get it right there. So definitely check. I'm going to leave a link in the description if you are interested in this project. Now, there are the docs, the ecosystem. We have quite seen that already. And on the docs, you will find a lot more information as well. Like the roadmap, for example. So Q3, the token launch, they just did that, right? So we are somewhere here early in the beginning. Launch of the marketing, they will do that. The listing on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. The testnet. The testnet explorer and the testnet marketing. Then it's getting interesting. So this is basically the preparation phase where you can already get into the token if you want, but it's highly speculative. But then the mainnet goes live, and this is Q4 where it gets really interesting. And this is usually the part of a token where the hype comes and where the price goes up if it succeeds. Therefore, I'm quite happy I find this right now, right? That we are here. So again, this part is more high risk, but it's way more high reward. Here, if it works, then it's not high risk, but then the rewards are already there, probably. So then you're quite too late, maybe. And maybe not, depends on how big it gets. But the mainnet, the Explorer on the mainnet, on-chain AI staking, developers documentation, mainnet marketing, strategic partnerships, bridge and protocols integration, and the first CEX listing. Later down the line, labs launch, grant program, Web3 AI alpha release, test phase, and the AI marketing. And during next year somewhere, they will have the Web3 AI 1.0 version release, the mobile app release on Android and iOS, enabling on-chain AI network adoption, Web3 AI pricing model launch, more CX listings, and expansion of the marketing as well. Now, they can change this at any time, put new goals in it, cross off the goals that they have accomplished so far. When we look at the tokenomics, it's a pretty small white paper still, by the way, but you know, again, it's pretty new. It's pretty new. So again, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel the need to have some of these kind of projects in my portfolio as well. There will be 100 million tokens in total. Initial DEX offering 30 million, liquidity 30 million, treasury 40 million. For validator staking 15 million, right? That's from the treasury. Regular staking 5 million, and then marketing, ecosystem, team expenses 20 million. So that's about the tokenomics, and there will be a lot coming for the developer documentation, how to build on it, how to use it actually. That's still coming. So I don't know. Go check it out for yourself. They have quite some information here already, by the way, but definitely check it out. Again, it's a real moonshot, but you know, these moonshots can really make a difference in your portfolio if you don't play around with it too much, of course, and if you do a good bunch of research to something like that. Overall, still to get back to the market, total 3, the altcoin market, at the moment, it just does not look that good. So I am really careful with that. If we look at altcoins on their Bitcoin pair, we have seen, right, like this is how it looks right now. Altcoins were sitting low on their Bitcoin pair here, and they went all the way to the top. They went to the bottom again, and they went to the top, right? This was a clear distribution phase. Now it is going down. Now, of course, we had the XRP news, and it made sure that we had a little bounce right here. And people might have said, like, oh, altcoins are so bullish. Went 15% up against Bitcoin, right? But you have to remember that that happened after it went 50% down first, right? And now we already see a rejection right here. And it doesn't have to mean anything. We can do this for a long time before we break down. It's what happened here as well. We can stay here for a year maybe. That's still possible. In the meantime, I think it's very important to watch what Bitcoin does. And to follow what Bitcoin does, we also have to take a look at stock markets. So if you're on TradingView, put your S&P in. Put the NASDAQ in, right? These are quite leading at the moment. And if this comes down, the altcoin market probably comes down. Now, I cannot look at such a chart and think that it's not coming down, right? I do look at this and feel like, yeah, right? It's too much of a pump right here, if I'm completely honest, right? Therefore, the altcoin market will provide us with some very good opportunities soon, I think. And, you know, also it's just very cyclical, right? If we look at the 4-year cycle, it's playing out perfectly so far, right? Very simple. We had the top end of 2013, end of 2017, end of 2021. So we can expect it for the end of 2025. And what happens in the middle is exactly the same. We have our bear market year. We have the pre-halving year where we go up and then down. Bear market year, pre-halving year, up and then down. Bear market year, pre-halving year, up. And, you know, so far, the then down always happens in the second part of the year, which we now entered, right? So I don't expect the coming months to be very bullish for crypto. Definitely not. But that is the time that we have been talking about a lot on this channel. The accumulation phase, in my opinion, is now finally coming. And this is going to be exciting. This is going to be really exciting if you ask me. So guys, if you like the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn your bell notification on, and I'll see you tomorrow.